album, that one big single, and of
it.
course, you know, her dope stuff on the Chronic and Snoop Dogg shit. You know.
And can we honestly say that her impact was felt immensely?
Yes. Oh, it's Lady Outrageous.
For sure.
At that time, but has it lasted the test of time?
Yeah, you play Afro Puffs right now.
What? But that's the one.
No, it's not. She was the first She was the first person you heard on the Chronic, and the first person rapping on Doggy Style. Let's not do this, bro. Like respect.
What up, though? It's your boy Beezy 430 back again with another Dead in Hip Hop conversation. This time we're gonna tackle Billboard's. They just released a list, top 25 female rappers of all time list. And of course, I'm not doing this by myself, but of course we got the crew. But we have a very, very special guest, bro Marv Won here.
Say what's up to people. You ain't sending no beats.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, look, let me say this. Respect to every young lady out there who's on that list. But I do not respect any list about women rappers that does not have Jean Grey on it.
Yes. Man, that man came out swinging already.
That list is null. That list is void. That list is invalid. Whoever made that list has no idea what they're talking about, respectfully. Also, Mia X wasn't on that list.
Man.
That was a huge overlook. So I get it. People make these lists to try to like generate conversations and stuff, but this is just wrong. This one is just wrong. Like dead ass wrong. That's it.
That's it. The Billboard staff compiled up the list based on this criteria.
All right.
Body of work, achievements, charted singles and albums, gold and platinum certifications, culture impact, influence, how the artist works fostered the genre and evolution, longevity, years at the mic, lyrics, skills, and flow.
Based off of that criteria, do you still feel Jean Grey should be on there?
Yeah.
Well, I obviously I don't disagree from a lyrical perspective, but from an accolades perspective, do you think that she?
Yes.
What has she won?
Yeah, but I mean, the reality is when he starts naming these lists, when he starts naming people on the list, if his impact, as far as for like women in that era, that time era, I don't believe that some of the current women have had a bigger impact on their region or on the culture than Jean did in that time span. And that whole Lyricist Lounge era, Jean was it.
Yeah.
No, I don't. That's
what I'm saying. That would be my argument. Now, if you want to say hardware, I'll respect that.
And numbers. You know what I'm saying? Because like somebody knew that you mentioned like Glorilla, right?
But also
like,
those are gonna be streams.
100%.
You know what I'm saying?
100%.
Like those are gonna be streams. Like ask the people who went to those shows. You know what I'm saying? Like it's gonna be a little different. And if we're
true,
and unfortunately because the serving size is so small, you know what I'm saying? The sample size is gonna be so small that leaving out technically quite possibly the best to ever do it in that space it's too huge of an oversight.
So at 25 we got Tierra. What was that bink noise? At 25 we got Tierra Whack. At 24 we got Doechii.
Okay, so no, I'm not, because I think Tierra Whack is fucking incredible. Should Tierra Whack be on this list before Jean Grey?
No.
Nah.
And that's not a knock to Tierra.
Yeah, 100%.
I think she may be a modified version of Jean, but Jean should be on this list.
Yeah, I don't.
Not dissing anybody else, but Jean should be on that list.
Absolutely.
And at 23, you mentioned me at X, but at 23, Gangsta Boo.
Shouts to R.I.P. Gangsta Boo.
Yeah, R.I.P. Gangsta Boo.
But I feel like if you got Gangsta Boo on there, you gotta have LeChat on there too.
No, you don't.
What?
No, respectfully.
You said what?
You don't. You don't, because it's always gonna look like LeChat was the replacement. She's always gonna look like the little nigga.
But have you?
You know what I'm saying? Like,
but
LeChat got bops though, for sure.
Yeah. But
of all time,
I've heard people people coming out of Memphis say LeChat. They like LeChat over Gangsta Boo. I've heard people from Memphis say this.
I can believe that, but in Detroit,
it's Gangsta Boo, bro.
It's Gangsta Boo for sure. You think she ran with it?
I think so. It's a lot of records that I thought was Gangsta Boo, but it was Lil Chat.
I won't say I'm versed enough to die on the hill, but Gangsta Boo's name has always been popular.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Like
Especially Detroit.
And that's why Lil Chat don't make it.
But I think
Especially Detroit.
I think some people don't realize Lil Chat is the one rapping on some of those records.
That's the problem. That's why she won't make it.
Oh.
So at 22, we got Lady of Rage. At 21, we got Glorilla.
You got a problem with Rage being on the list?
No, I don't. But the omissions become glaring based on the criteria that they cite when they add Lady of Rage. I agree, Lady of Rage should be on there. But what I'm saying is the two of the ones that you cited, based on the criteria that Feefo was challenged you on.
Okay.
It's like, okay, well, if you're gonna put Lady of Rage on that list, who doesn't have the hardware and all the other stuff that they're using to measure, then how do you have Lady of Rage on there?
Yeah.
You know, who has that one album, that one big single, and of course, you know, her dope stuff on the Chronic and Snoop Dogg shit.
Can we honestly say that her impact was felt immensely?
Yes.
Oh, it's Lady of Rage.
Yeah.
At that time, but has it lasted the test of time?
Yeah, you play Afro Puffs right now.
What? But that's the one.
No, it's not. She was the first She was the first person you heard on the Chronic, and the first person rapping on Doggy Style. Let's not do this, bro. Like, respectfully, she was holding her own with niggas. Like the niggas
I don't
at
disagree
that time.
on that.
Corrupt was one of them niggas.
Snoop
was one of them niggas.
I'm just saying, in 2025,
Put on Afro Puffs right now.
100%.
Cool. A
has she done lately?
A couple of them people that we just named don't have an Afro Puffs.
I don't disagree. I don't disagree.
She just smoked Corrupting him on the latest Dog Pound album.
So
that
what,
Primo joint.
Yeah, respectfully, bro. I'm not.
On the last album.
And there'll be no Lady of Rage slander, bro. I'm not playing.
I'm not saying I'm just questioning.
At 20, we got Moni Love. At 19, we got Lotto.
No pushback from Money Love. No pushback from Money Love. We going Moni in the middle and ladies first.
Nah, I'm good. I'm good on Money Love.
They were big singles.
Huge singles. I'm asking. Is it,
Yeah, they were big singles.
It should be. If so, it should be lower than.
Yeah,
But that was about it, though.
that's about it.
But
So,
they you know, they
Because where they got her at?
20.
that's high
Only love at
for
20, yeah.
those two.
Yeah.
And I love Money Love. There's no list in the world where I have her over Glorilla. There's no list where I have her over Glorilla.
At 18, Remy Ma. 17, Rhapsody.
Too low.
16, Doja Cat. 15, Megan Thee Stallion.
That's too low.
That's too low.
That's way
Yeah,
too low.
she should be top 10.
She's top 10.
Yeah.
For sure.
14, Left Eye.
Shouldn't be on this list.
13.
Don't disagree.
Yeah.
Shouldn't be on this list. That's a nostalgia pick.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
That's a nostalgia pick.
13, Trina.
It feels too low, but I
baddest
can't
bitch?
argue.
saying it feel too low, feels too
Yeah.
low. I can argue that, but it's not too much lower.
Yeah, it's not
I'm moving from
disrespectful.
13 to 11.
Exactly,
You know what I'm saying?
exactly. So it doesn't feel disrespectful, but it feels a little.
She's in the top 15.
Yeah, she's in the top 15, but
Yeah,
okay,
At number 12, we got Debrat.
that feels a bit
that might be
low.
too low.
Funkified.
She should
She
be
was
top
the
10.
first solo.
First solo one to go platinum.
Yeah,
That might be too low.
Yeah, that's too low.
That
She
might
should be
be
top 10.
Depending
Yeah,
on.
yeah. Number 11, Cardi B.
Too high.
And you're crazy. Cardi's fucking incredible.
Okay, she is. Hey, and I'm the Cardi B guy on Dead and Hip
She
Hop.
checks all these boxes.
100. The only question mark, and we've talked about it. She don't have her own. She only has one album.
Don't matter.
Yeah.
It don't matter. All it takes is one shot to win the championship.
And then she has all those singles.
Oh, no.
Verses,
The
and the
singles
Yeah,
and the
we're not
verses,
doing
all of
that.
that type shit. Definitely
She smoked
carries
her
that.
features.
Yeah, but Cardi.
So then should she be outside of the top 10? Should she be top 10? Because her impact.
You don't talk about a top 10 without putting Cardi B in it.
It
But
just,
she's not
it just, it just depends on who's
she's
in the
11.
top 10.
Yeah, she's 11. Okay.
She's 11.
Yeah, it depends on who's in it. I'm not mad. I'm not mad.
Yeah, we haven't heard the 10 yet.
Yeah.
No, I feel you, but hold on. I'm still kind of caping for Cardi a little bit. Just based off of the not having the album, that's the only knock for me on her. But if we're talking impact, I think she's had arguably the biggest impact outside of not named Megan Thee Stallion of the newer generation of female rappers.
So we got Megan and Cardi outside the top 10. So this top 10 should be interesting.
All right, so at 10, we got Foxy Brown.
Okay.
At 9, we got Eve.
Nah. Okay. Oh, Eve, Scorpion.
At 8, we got Roxanne Shante.
All right. Roxanne.
At 7, They put Salt and Pepper. They put the whole group.
See,
Salt and
that's
Pepper
crazy.
at 7.
How you
All
gonna
right.
just put a group?
I push it.
Yeah.
They have to.
Yeah, you can't separate them.
Yeah, you can't separate them.
S.
You wouldn't do the Lost Boys like that.
Or out there.
Goddamn.
I don't know why that's about
Renee. Oh, I remember that Renee
Oh my God.
lost beats and
Oh my
okay.
God.
Love, peace, and napkins.
Yeah, love my beats.
and
My,
napkins, yeah.
oh, I'm sorry, B.
No,
I'm
you
trying
good.
to
No, you
remember
good. You good.
this single from the album. I was just looking at it.
At number 6, you got MC Light.
Yes, sir.
At number 5, Queen Latifah.
Okay.
I feel like all of these are gonna be solid.
At number 4, Lil' Kim. At number 3, Lauryn Hill. At number 2, Missy Elliott. And number 1, Nicki Minaj.
Tell you this.
No, I feel you. Yeah.
Don't nobody on this list got a monster verse.
No, I feel you.
Not one.
I haven't heard anybody that can make an argument to be number one.
I don't disagree with that statement, Marv. But I think body of work, Missy has a better body of work than Nicki.
I think Missy has better bodies of work as a like all encompassing.
Like a pop artist.
I don't think she has better bodies of work as a rapper. She has better bodies of work all encompassing because her albums
Yeah,
are
she
a
be singing.
mishmash.
Yeah, she be singing. She be doing a lot. She be producing.
For sure.
She
I
does
would
a
listen
lot.
to a Missy album before I listen to 98% of this list for sure. But if I'm in a studio and they give me a budget for a feature for a rap song, I'm going to get Nicki.
Nicki moves the needle more. I give you that. 100%.
So y'all good with the 6?
I'm good with the
You
6.
said the 6 are good. So we're looking at the final 4 in that list. And you want to make an argument for Cardi and Megan.
Yes,
They moved up.
They need to be moved up
So
into
two
the top
gotta
10.
two gotta get out.
I agree with Megan needs to be moved up for sure. I think Cardi is cool. I
Megan
think
for
Cardi is
sure.
cool right outside the 10.
So I can name. So the
I
7.
only disagree because of Trina, because I think that's where Trina should be. I think Cardi should be moved up. Moved up 1, Trina moved up 2. Trina should be at number 11, and Cardi should be at 10,
And then who? And then
Meg should be
And then
9.
whoever is at 10, what comes down?
Foxy Brown is at 10.
Absolutely.
Can't
There's
take-
no way. There's no way I'm
Okay.
moving Foxy Brown for her. Respectfully, there's no way I'm moving Foxy.
Can we
Brown
rule
for her.
Roxanne and Shantae out?
Or Eve.
Her Eve had a run. She was with the
did.
Rough Riders. She had a big single at the time. I cannot remember the
Which one
name.
Let me blow your mind.
So to me,
Yeah,
Roxanne
Baby
and
Ron.
Eve need to go.
But
and I'm replacing them with
Roxanne's,
Cardi B and Meg.
but the history behind Roxanne is
I feel all that. But what Meg has been able to do currently,
And
the Christ of
Cardi
hip hop,
has
and
surpassed
Cardi,
that.
it has surpassed
them,
that.
I
I
think.
don't. What number is Meg? Meg is what? 17,
15.
No, Meg is.
I have no problem with them being 11 and 12, and I have no problem with Meg being above Cardi.
Meg is 15.
I have no problem with Meg being 11 and Cardi being 12.
So you say you had a problem with 7 through 10 though. What's your? So do they come out the 10?
No,
or like, okay,
they're just not
the order.
locks. They're just not.
Yeah, he
locks.
feel like the 1 through 6. When I got
1 through 6 are
they're
locked.
locked. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I feel
Seven-
like
seven
these are
is-
the spaces they're supposed to be.
Seven-
And also, the Brat should be in the top 10.
Yeah.
7 and 10 can get got.
Who's
at some point.
10 to 7?
10 is Foxy. 9 is Eve. 8 is Roxanne Shantae, and 7 is Salt and Pepper.
Salt and Pepper stays, right?
Salt and Pepper stays.
Yeah.
Salt and
Yeah.
Pepper.
So that 1 through
Gotta
7.
leave Salt and
I
Pepper.
feel like Roxanne Shantae and Eve can be moved.
Yeah,
I wouldn't be mad. I wouldn't be mad if Eve was outside the top 10.
And who do you
Yes.
put there? Who you replace with them on this list?
I move Foxy up.
So you
That's
move
fine.
Foxy
Yeah,
up.
Foxy is
Foxy up.
9.
So now you got
Foxy
2
up to 9.
spots.
So I move Foxy up to 7.
To 7.
No, I move
8.
Foxy
8
up.
to
I
8.
move Foxy to 8.
So then who's
So
your
9
9
and
and 10?
10.
That's what I'm saying.
gotta be Meg.
and Cardi.
But
gotta be
I
Megan
thought
first.
those.
What about
So
the Brat?
those are the those.
The Brat
are
was
the-
12.
No, it's the Brat. So
The Brat was 12.
The Brat
Shit.
comes in at 9. The Brat comes in at 9. So then Megan goes in 10. Cardi goes at 11. It's not that drastic of a move.
And then
Okay,
Trina's
that's
what,
cool.
12.
And then
Trina's
Trina's
12.
And then Trina 12.
Yeah, I'm cool with that.
So Doja's not in this conversation at all.
Top
To
10?
be top 10?
No.
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 Doja's
Really?
15. She's
Not
right
top
out,
10.
she's 16. She's right out the top 15.
I'm saying.
Yeah, no, she's not top 10. I definitely believe she belongs on the list. But she doesn't move anybody out that
Yeah,
top
I
10.
think 16. She's just.
Yeah, I kind of feel
that's fine.
like that's right.
Yeah, she's 16. Yeah, she's 16. Mara, let me ask you. So, where would you rank Jean Grey on this list? Where's she?
What everything all encompassing? Top 15.
Top 15.
Top 15. I think she's the best personally, but with everything encompassing, like top 15.
Like, so she was like 13, 14.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't trip just because I know what people are going, like they're going to have the same argument.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, well, you know, what are her numbers? What did she win? Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
As opposed to it just being like actual raw talent.
Yeah,
And that Gotham series, bro.
She kicked dude's ass, bro.
Man,
She got on the song with Royce and Pharoah Monch.
Bruh. Like
got crazy.
And
we're not doing this, bro.
Pharaoh Monch, bro.
And Mia X should be on this list.
Yes.
Oh,
yeah, I'm with
definitely
you.
should
Yes,
be.
bro.
So y'all cool with Remy Ma? I think she's an interesting.
Leave it out unladylike. That's crazy.
I would personally take out Remy Ma and put in me if I had to.
I feel like Remy has been. I feel like Remy can argue moments.
She can.
I feel like Remy can argue that Annie F remix, and Remy can argue Lean Back.
Yes.
Those are big things that she was a part of.
But that's why I think she should be closer to like 25, like 23, 24.
Take out Left Eye, put in me X.
For sure. Without
Boom.
question.
Okay.
Without
There you
question.
go.
No, I take out Left Eye. Yeah, I take out Left Eye and put in Jean Grey.
Yep, that I remember saying, yeah.
Yeah.
Like if you
Y'all
got
think-
Gangsta Boo in there, Mia X should be in there.
Y'all think Lotto too low?
I think she cool. I think she cool right
19.
now.
Yeah.
I think she cool right now. When it's all said and done, she's gonna be much higher on that list.
Yeah.
Just like Doshi.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I thought Doechii was a little, definitely a
She's
lot
on the
lower.
rise.
Let me ask
But she's still on the up and up.
Let me ask y'all this: Bahamadia don't make this list.
I was thinking about Bahamadia, and I was thinking also
Bahamadia.
about I don't know if No Name. I don't know how No
Yes.
Name's not on here.
Yeah, No Name is dope.
Question, did they mention Little Sims?
Nope.
Nope.
Little Sims is
not
another
Lil
one I was
Sims
thinking
is
about.
not on here.
Yeah.
Well, how we feeling about Raw Digger?
No. No.
I don't think her and Bahamadia are too far apart. Honestly, so
not.
I think if you have the conversation for Bahamadia, you have the conversation for Rod Digger.
Who would you take off though? Would you take off Money Love for Bahamadia?
Maybe not. No, Moni Love still has those moments. She still has Moni in the middle, and she still has Ladies First. I would have her. I think I would have her closer to the bottom of my list though.
Bahamadia?
No, Moni Love.
Moni
I would
Love.
have Moni
Like
Love closer
tw-
to my 24, 25.
Okay, yeah, because she was 20. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's a legacy.
once you start like the Roxanne Shantae's, then then people are gonna argue like Sparky D and shit like that, and it's just like, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm like not even being funny. You know what I'm saying?
I got you.
Because then there's gonna be somebody who'll be like, oh, well, what about Sha Rock? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, for sure.
Like, you got to kind of keep Roxanne Shantae on there because of what she birthed.
It's like she's
Like
one of
Roxanne
the
distance.
the founding mothers of.
And nobody else on that list got a movie made about it.
Right.
That's true.
Right.
That's
Right.
true. That's
Yeah,
impact.
that's true. Yeah, that's
That's
impact. That's
I
big
watched
impact.
that shit.
It's impact.
I did too.
That's
I watched
impact,
it too.
bro.
You know what I'm saying?
you right.
I may have her a little
Lower.
further down.
You have her out the top 10.
I'll have her at the top 10.
Yeah.
So the only one that we're saying that was disrespected by not being in the top 10 is the Brat then,
Brat was disrespected by not being in the top 10, and Jean Grey is disrespected for
but not being on the list. I feel
Yeah.
that.
Everything else, I can kind of see an argument for.
Yeah.
And Left Eye be on the list too.
Yeah, Left Eye
I
shouldn't
don't-
be on that
yeah, She
list.
shouldn't be on that list.
Respectfully,
Yeah.
Yeah.
she shouldn't be on that list. Not with rappers.
Yeah.
Not with rappers, bro. The Billboard is factoring in the album sales.
Yeah.
She that's gonna be their argument.
Yeah, but it wasn't solo albums.
Don't matter. It don't matter because
They didn't specify.
they got
They
Lauryn-
did it. They did it.
because they got Lauryn Hill on there, and her rap
Yeah.
sales are gonna be
So,
Fugees.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
But she did have one solo album.
It wasn't a rap album.
100.
That wasn't. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? I don't want to rap.
But and we always have this argument here. You know what I'm saying? I agree. It
she
wasn't a
had two
rap
solo
album.
albums. Let's
But-
Unplugged was a.
Oh, the
Yeah.
unplugged one. She cried half
But
the
she's
album.
always been labeled as hip hop, just like Erykah Badu don't rap, but she's labeled hip hop, like she's under the umbrella.
Yeah, but I also won't allow you on this space to have the common think. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna allow you to do that. Like, you know what an MC is. You know what a rapper
100%.
is. So while we know her as a rapper, we know her as a rapper in the group. We don't know Lauryn Hill as a solo rapper. Same way we don't know Andre 3000 as a solo rapper.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? She got crazy in the Fugees for sure. But if we gonna penalize people for group shit, then she gets penalized too.
100%.
You know what I'm saying?
100%.
Yeah, Left Eye wouldn't be on my list. Megan and Cardi would be higher. Jean Grey would be on my list, and the Brat would be
Be in
higher.
the top 10. Yeah.
And Mia X would be on my list.
Yes. Yes. Mia's got to be on there.
No Shay Noir for you?
I mean,
I think she's still working to
Yeah.
get there.
That's how I
that's
feel
a
about
mention,
it.
yeah.
And I feel, and another name I was gonna bring up, but in the same space was 3D Naughty.
Mm.
I was gonna bring up 3D Naughty too, for sure. Because my argument is gonna be for Tierra Whack. Like I get it, because that's straight talent. Tierra is just straight talent. That's why she made this list. You can make an argument for a couple people on that very last space.
Yep.
You can make an
That
argument.
last spot. Yep.
You know what I'm saying? You can make an argument for a couple people.
All right, well, that's going to do it for this convo. This was a good one. You know, I'm glad we was able to touch on this list. I'm glad you was here for this one too, Marv, because he was like, bruh, I'm coming.
It just
I
didn't
mean,
make
hot
sense.
on this one. Soon I said to he was like, oh hell yeah.
It just didn't make sense.
So yeah, just let us know what y'all think in the comment section. As always, make sure you become a patron as well. Patreon.com/deadandhiphop. We'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.